contained in P, then LP star of F will be greater than LP of F. Means your new LPF it will go towards your actual area, and new UP star F it will go towards your actual area. Okay. Mm, let me see. Yes. And how do we prove that? Can somebody tell me? Can somebody recall the proof? We introduce on my partition of x-axis, that is in A to B, I introduce one point, that is point C, in the interval xk minus 1 to xk. Okay, and we define new partition P star, that is P1 star into P2 star. Correct. So on y-axis there is no change, but on x-axis there will be two minimum if I'm talking about small mi's. So this will be mi1, which will be between xk minus 1 to u, and mi2 which will be between u to xk. So let us define everything जो भी शायद मैंने किया होगा इसमें. Yeah, so what is mkj? That is glb of function in that rkj, then in the original one, original rectangle. Then after that, after introducing point C, this rectangle is broken into two part. The first one is rkj1 and second one is rkj2. So where this rkj1, this is between xk minus 1 to c. So I am defining m dash equal to glb of function in rkj1. M double dash, it will be glb of function in rkj2. Okay, is it clear? Now we observe something. RKJ1 is contained in RKJ. We have A is subset of B. Then LUB of A, it is less than equal to LUB of B, and GLB of A, it is greater than equal to GLB of B. Correct. So here we are seeing the case of GLB. So RKJ1, it is contained in RKJ. So what is my MKJ? It is the GLB of the function in that interval, in this rectangle. So MKJ, it will be greater than equal to MKJ. Can you see that? GLB of A, because this set is smaller, this is bigger. Okay, same happens with this also. uh, then we started with defining LPF. What is LPF? We wrote the definition. uh, xk to xk minus 1, this is mkj. Now next what? We add and subtract c, that is minus c plus c, then we multiply and take mkj c minus xk minus 1 and mkj xk minus c. Can you see that? Now we know something. Mkj, that is less than equal to mk dash j, and mkj, that is less than equal to mk double dash. This was all done in last lecture, so I am just recalling it. So this will be less than equal to this part, and that is this whole term, that is your LP star f. This lining means this will be the same term. Okay. So I asked you to prove UPF, correct? It is greater than equal to UP star f. Did somebody try this? Same thing. You can do the same thing here. Just the inequality will change. Correct? This MKJ. Hello everyone. Did somebody try? UPF का किया किसी ने अपर सम के लिए? ओके, आया प्रतीक्षा, आया, सॉल्व हुआ. ठीक है, और कोई? करेक्ट करेक्ट, वेरी गुड. तो मतलब कुछ चेंज नहीं है ना, मतलब ऐसा कुछ अलग थ्योरी नहीं कर रहे हैं हम लोग. वी आर गोइंग टू डू द सेम थिंग. यस, सेम LUV का रूल. सो दिस इनइक्वालिटी क्या चेंज होएगा ये बताओ मुझे. दिस विल बी MKJ dash, that will be less than equal to MKJ, and here this will be MKJ double dash. See, I am writing it capital, so that is less than equal to capital MKJ. Okay. So similar you can start with UPF. So UPF लिखा, from here that will be there, it will be capital MKJ. For next term it will be greater than equal to, can you see that? At the place of this I will write M dash KJ, and same term next it will be M double dash KJ, correct? There is no change in that. So this will be greater than equal to UP star F. Yes. Do you want me to write the whole proof, or is it okay? Is it okay? Do you want me to write the whole proof? Okay, thank you. Okay, let us move next. Okay, what do we see? This is your straight line, this is your actual area, correct? In our case it is volume bounded by that curve and that rectangle. So here if I am having LPF, LPF, and here is my UPF, correct? So from the above proof I got to know if I have another refinement. Say this is my P, and if I take a P1, okay, so what will that P1 be? LPF will be here, LP1F, and UPF it will be here, UP1F, correct? If I take another refinement, say P2, correct, what do you see? It will be something here, LP2F, and here it will be UP2F. Can you see that? Correct. Similarly like this. Now can you see that this is the, if I take a set of all this LPF, correct, where P is partition of that AB cross CD. Is this set bounded above? Is this set bounded above? Hello. Can you guys hear me? Is this set bounded above? I'm asking. In the last lecture I think किसी ने तो बताया था मुझे, आई थिंक जैमिन या रेमित किसी ने तो बोला था why this set is bounded above, and what is the upper bound. See, this is set of all LPF where P is partition, means this will contain all LPF, LP1F, LP2F, all the refinement and everything. I need to know whether this set is bounded above or not. It is obviously bounded below by this LPF, because other term I am taking just refinement of LPF. So the starting point is LPF, that is for sure bounded below. I need to know whether this set is bounded above. Yes, please speak up if somebody wants to say. Yes. Hello. Is this set bounded above? Yes, actually it is bounded above. By whom? By this UPF, you can say. This is bounded, and UPF exist. Why does this exist? Why does LPF and UPF exist? Because your function is bounded. In the starting it is given your function is bounded. If your function is not bounded, then you cannot say anything about that. Infimum and supremum, GLB and LUB. Okay, so this set LPF, it is bounded above by UPF, correct? So do you know there is axiom called GLB axiom, and similar to that there will be a LUB axiom. Can somebody tell me what is that? What is GLB axiom? What is LUB axiom? A non-empty set which is bounded above, hello, has bounded, in this case GLB, bounded below, has GLB. Here a non-empty set which is bounded above has LUB. Means LUB exists and GLB exists. So we are seeing two things. First, the set must be non-empty and it must be bounded below. Then GLB exists. Greatest lower bound exists. Second, if the set is non-empty and it is bounded above, then LUB exists. Can you see that? Can you see this set LPF? Is this set non-empty? Is the set LPF non-empty? Yes, is this set non-empty? Yes, because actually we started with LPF. We know that LPF exists. The first thing we know that LPF and UPF, correct? So LPF exists in this set. LPF is there in this set. So this set is non-empty. And what is the upper bound? This is also bounded above. That is upper bound is UPF, correct? So can I say that about this LUB exists? That is LUB of this set LPF, where P is partition of AB cross CD, that is rectangle or say, okay. So LUB exists. This LUB is called LF, that is lower integral, correct? Same like in real case, okay. Is it okay everyone? So if I take LUB of this LPF, if I take LUB of that LPF, that will be called as LF and इसको हम लोग बोलते हैं lower integral. Similarly अगर मैंने एक set define किया, set of all UPF, correct, where P is partition, okay. What can you say about this set? Whether this set is non-empty? Here P is any partition, but in the start we have a partition. So this set is also non-empty. It is bounded above or below? It is obviously bounded above by UPF. And is it bounded below? Can you see that? To see that inequality, just you need to draw that line. Draw a straight line and like this. Here it will be your actual volume, correct? Here is your UPF and here it is your LPF. If I take a refinement, it will go here. If I take a refinement, it will come here. Can you see that? So I am talking about this set of all UPFs. So this set is bounded below by this guy LPF. Can you see that? Because we know that LPF, it is always going to be less than UPF. Okay. Now what next? GLB axiom. What is GLB axiom? If your set is non-empty, bounded below, then it has GLB. Same, this is set UPF which is non-empty and it is bounded below by LPF, correct? Then what we will say? LUB of this set exists. LUB of UPF where P is partition exists, and that LUB is called UF, correct? That is upper integral. Is it okay? Hello. Is it okay, everyone? And we say your function f is integrable on AB cross CD if LF equal to UF. This is our definition of integrability. Double integrable actually. So if LF equal to UF, we say that function is integrable. Okay, is the definition clear, everyone? Hello. हेलो. अरे सब फोन साइड में रख के भाग गए क्या? हो कि नहीं तुम लोग? हेलो. Hey, can you hear me? हाँ तो बोलते रहो, ऐसा नहीं, सोना नहीं अपने को. ठीक है. Okay. So we got our definition. Your function is integrable if LF equal to UF. And what is our LF? Now we know what is my LF. Correct? That is least upper bound of the set LPF. And what is your UPF? That is, what is UPF? Sorry, UF, that is, hmm, yes, this is GLB. Correct? For this set UPF, what I am saying, this is bounded below. So this will be GLB, isn't it? This set GLB axiom लगा इस पे. In the above it was LUB axiom, LUB of LPF, and here it is GLB of UPF. Is it okay? Okay, now we got the definition. Uh, Now let us see one more thing. Mm, yeah. So as we know, hmm, so what is my LF, least upper bound LPF? So can I see like this? LPF, it is less than equal to LF. Is this true? Yes, because what is my LF? That is least upper bound of that set. Upper bound मतलब होता क्या है? Same thing जो भी मैंने लिखा है. Same can I say here also? What is my UF? This, that is GLB, greatest lower bound. So can I say UF that is less than equal to UPF? Okay. Yeah. So, do you remember I have proved something? Uh, M into B minus A into D minus C, small m, that is, this is less than equal to LPF. This is less than equal to U actual area. That is double integration, I say, double integration of F, and that is less than equal to UPF, and this is less than equal to mm, and this is less than equal to capital M into B minus A into D minus C. Correct? Do you remember this? We have already proved, but we haven't included this part. We just proved that LPF that is less than equal to UPF. I hope I may be having the part. Let me see just. I think in the first or second lecture we did that. Not here. Do you remember that? Yes, see here. Did you see that? M into B minus A into D minus C, that is less than equal to LPF. that is less than UPF, and that is less than. So now what I'm doing, I'm introducing in between LPF UPF, I'm introducing that our actual volume, double integration. That is what now I need to prove. We have already proved it. Hmm. So proof is two line. uh, from the above we know what is my LF and what is my UF. What is my LF? Can somebody tell me? LUB of the set LPF, correct? And what is UF? This is GLB of the set UPF, correct? So can I say that here LPF that is less than LF for all partition I can say, and here UPF that is greater than UF. Yes. Now if I say my F is integrable, then what means LF equal to UF, correct? This is lower integral, upper integral. If both are equal, then that will be my double integral. That will be my double integral dA. Okay. So from this only, this is LPF and this LF and UF are same. So can you see that? That is LPF that is less than equal to LF, and that is same as UF, and UF is less than equal to UPF. Less than equal to, actually it may be equal also, UPF. Is it okay? Yes. Now we already know that this is LPF, and that is less than double integration of function, and that is less than UPF, correct? And we had already proved this, that this is again less than equal to whom? Small m into b minus a into d minus c. What is small m? What is that small m? Yes. Sorry, just repeat it once again. What is small m? Small m is GLB of the whole function in the interval AB cross CD, correct? Correct. If I say small mi, then the mij mostly हम लोग बोलते हैं, that will be GLB of the function, correct? In that rij, or kj बोला तो kj, in that rectangle, and here I am talking about in the whole AB cross CD. So if I say small m, this is GLB of function in the whole interval. If I say capital M, that will be GLB of function, sorry, that will be LUB of function in the whole interval. Is it okay? Yeah. So, and UPF that is less than equal to capital M into B minus A into D minus C. Is it okay now? Hmm. Okay. Uh, Let me just recall one more thing. LUB. Suppose LUB of A equal to alpha. Okay. So if I say alpha minus 1, will this be a LUB? Will this be a upper bound only? What is my alpha? What is my alpha? I'm saying. Say if I draw it like this. See, this is the interval, and suppose alpha is my least upper bound. Correct. So if I am taking any other element which is less than alpha, alpha minus 1, I am saying. Correct. So what can you say about this element? Is not an upper bound. correct? Is it clear? Because what is my alpha? Alpha is the least upper bound, smallest upper bound, correct? If I am taking something less than alpha, that won't be an upper bound. Is not, sorry, is not an upper bound. Is not upper bound. What do you mean by not an upper bound? That means there exists a element k belong to A such that alpha minus 1 that is less than k. Means alpha minus 1 is not an upper bound, means what? There exists a element in the set which is greater than alpha minus 1. Is it okay? Did you understand? Hello. Let me revise everything. So I am saying LUB of A equal to alpha. If I take something alpha minus 1 or alpha minus something, alpha minus any k, correct? Uh, then that alpha minus something will not be an upper bound. What do you mean by not an upper bound? Not an upper bound means what? There exists some element such that alpha minus 1 that is less than k. That means in the set A, there is someone who is greater than alpha minus 1. That's why alpha minus 1 is not an upper bound. Okay, I hope it is clear to you. Okay, next let us come back to our second theorem, or second or third maybe. Uh, Let me change the color. Riemann criteria for integrability. Do you remember the definition of your SYBSC? Yes, anyone? Same, let us start. Let f be a function from AB cross CD to R, be a bounded function, then f is integrable over rectangle that is AB cross CD, if and only if, yes someone, क्या आएगा? ओके, बट बिफोर दैट एप्सिलॉन भी बताना पड़ेगा, और मॉड की क्या ज़रूरत है? यूपीएफ तो बड़ा ही होता है ना. नो, देयर एग्जिस्ट क्यों? फॉर ऑल एप्सिलॉन पॉजिटिव देयर एग्जिस्ट अ पार्टीशन, करेक्ट? देयर एग्जिस्ट अ पार्टीशन, मतलब जस्ट पार्टीशन का एग्जिस्टेंस बताना है. अगर नहीं चाहिए तो मैं लिख देता हूँ सब. फॉर ऑल एप्सिलॉन पॉजिटिव देयर एग्जिस्ट a partition P of EB cross CD such that it should satisfy what? UPF minus LPF that is less than epsilon, correct? Mod की ज़रूरत है क्या? Because we already don't know that UPF is bigger than LPF, so mod नहीं डाला तभी भी चलेगा ये केस में. Is the statement clear everyone? Okay, now do you remember the proof? Let us start from this to this. Suppose if I say f is integrable, if I say f EB cross CD to R is integrable, that means, what do you mean by integrable? That means LF equal to UF. See, इधर मैंने LF UF लिखा तो अपने को बताना पड़ेगा what is my LF. Okay, so what is my LF? LF is LUB, we cannot use anything. We have whatever we are using, we need to say yes, LF equal to LUB of the set LPF, where P is partition of R, you can say, or AB cross CD. Is it okay? And what is UF? GLB of UPF, where P is partition of R. Is it okay? Now what we need to prove, we will be given, for given epsilon positive there exists a partition. So we will start with given epsilon positive, we need to find a partition. Is it okay? Such that UPF minus LPF is less than epsilon. Okay, before going to that, see, this is my least upper bound. If I take LF minus epsilon by 2, what will be this? LF is my least upper bound, which I already talked about something. If alpha is my least upper bound, if I take alpha minus something, is it an upper bound? No, that is not an upper bound. Not an upper bound, that means there exists a k belong to that, such that alpha minus 1 is less than k. Same here also, if I take LF minus epsilon by 2, so what can we say? LF minus epsilon by 2 is not upper bound, not upper bound. And what is this set? सेट के अंदर एलिमेंट कौन है? LP1F, LP2F, LP3F, like that. करेक्ट, दिस इज सेट ऑफ ऑल लोअर सम्स का पार्टीशन का, हर एक का. ओके, सो दैट मीन्स LF minus epsilon by 2 is not an upper bound. That means there exists, what there exists, what there exists a partition, there exists a partition, से P1 या P2 बोलता हूँ, P1 बोलता हूँ, ठीक है, partition of R, such that क्या आएगा? LF minus epsilon by 2 that is less than LF LP1F. Is it okay? सी ये FP1 लिखा तभी भी चलेगा, कहीं कहीं पे मैं यूज़ कर लिया हूँगा, there is no problem in that. Is it okay? Is the statement true? See, मैंने क्या लिखा? LF is my least upper bound. I am taking LF minus epsilon by 2. So LF minus epsilon by 2 is not an upper bound. What do you mean by not an upper bound? That means there exists a LPF which is greater than that. So that LPF को मैं बोल रहा हूँ LP1F. That means there exists a partition P1 जिसके लिए जो LP1F आएगा that is bigger than LF minus epsilon by 2. Is it okay? Okay, so same thing can I do it for UF. UF क्या है मेरा? GLB, ग्रेटेस्ट लोअर बाउंड. ग्रेटेस्ट लोअर बाउंड है तो मुझे क्या लेना पड़ेगा? उसमें कुछ ऐड करके लेना पड़ेगा. सो आई विल से, अगर मैं UF प्लस एप्सिलॉन बाई 2 लिया, सो क्या रहेगा? व्हाट इज माई UF? दैट इज ग्रेटेस्ट लोअर बाउंड. सो UF प्लस एप्सिलॉन बाई 2 इज not lower bound, not a lower bound. Is it okay? Then what? If it is not a lower bound, then what? Can I say something like same thing? That means there exists a partition, there exists a partition, say P2 of R, such that yes, somebody please say U P2F that will be less than equal to UF, sorry, less than only, correct, UF plus epsilon by 2. Is the statement clear? Because uf plus epsilon by 2 is not a lower bound. What do you mean by not a lower bound? Means there exists एक element है जो उससे छोटा है. So that element के लिए मुझे एक partition चाहिए था, तो I am saying u p2f that is less than equal to uf plus epsilon by 2. Is it okay? Now I want something, I want a partition which can satisfy these two inequality. Can somebody suggest me what should I do? I want a partition which should satisfy both the inequality. जो भी ऊपर मैंने लिखा और नीचे भी लिखा. Perfect, यूनियन ले लो, दोनों का काम हो जाएगा. That is, if I take my P equal to P1 union P2. Perfect. So क्या आएगा ये? सेम पहले फिर से लिखने का पूरा. So this will be LF minus epsilon by 2 that is less than LPF. Correct? And UPF that is less than UF plus epsilon by 2. Is it okay? Do we got a partition? See, proof क्या करना था? For given every epsilon positive there exists a partition. अभी मेरे को एक partition मिलेगा that should satisfy ये UPF minus LPF. So let us start. Consider जो अपना part है consider वाला. Consider UPF minus LPF. Okay. So we already know UPF that is less than equal to UF plus epsilon by 2. So I can write this is less than UF plus epsilon by 2. What about minus LPF? Can you see that? LF minus epsilon by 2 that is less than LPF. If I multiply minus, so this will become epsilon by 2 minus LF. Is it okay? Yes, is it okay everyone? हेलो हो कि नहीं? ओके. हाँ, नाउ हम लोगों ने कंसीडर क्या किया था? व्हाट वाज आवर कंसीडरेशन? LF इक्वल टू UF. ये अभी तक यूज़ कहाँ किया? In the last statement, can you see that? UF and LF both are same, so their subtraction is 0. So this is epsilon by 2 plus epsilon by 2. That is epsilon. Is it okay? Hello. So एक part हुआ अपना क्या? That is UPF minus LPF that is less than epsilon. Second, conversely. Before conversely, let us revise everything क्या क्या किया. So we start पहले question statement पढ़ते हैं अच्छे से. F is your function from AB cross CD to R. That is real valued function. Be a bounded function. Then F is integrable over a rectangle if and only if for all epsilon positive there exists partition P of that such that UPF minus LPF is less than epsilon. So that is for given any epsilon positive we need to find a partition P. So we started with let F be a function which is integrable. So we already saw the what is the definition of integrability, that is LF equal to UF. So we define what is my LF. LF equal to LUB of the set LPF where P is partition of R and UF is set GLB of UPF where P is partition of R. Yes. Now we started with given epsilon positive जो अभी proof करना है मेरे को. I need to find a partition. So for that what I am doing, since LF is my LUB, if I take LF minus epsilon by 2, that is not an upper bound because what is my LF? That is least upper bound. If I am taking something less than that, that is not an upper bound. What do you mean by not an upper bound? That means there exists a partition P1 of R such that LF minus epsilon by 2 that is less than LP1F. Correct? Similarly I am doing for UF. So if I take UF plus epsilon by 2, then that is not a lower bound. Correct? Not a lower bound means what? There exists a partition of that set such that UP2F that is less than equal to UF plus epsilon by 2. Okay. Next what? If I take union of them, union will give me the both the condition. So if I take P equal to P1 union P2, so this will be LF minus epsilon by 2 that is less than LPF and यू यही फिर से एक बार लिखने का ओके by writing P. So that is UPF is less than UF plus epsilon by 2. Now consider UPF minus LFP, that is UPF is less than UF plus epsilon by 2 and LF minus multiply किया तो that will be epsilon by 2 minus LF and we already know UF equal to LF, so that is less than epsilon. Is the proof clear everyone? Yes, is the proof clear? Okay. So conversely, let us start. Conversely वाला part बहुत easy है because we already have a relation between UF and LPF. So conversely, what we are going to start with? Suppose, yes, for every epsilon positive, what are we given? There exists a partition P such that partition P of of R such that UPF minus LPF it is less than epsilon. Okay. Now what is my UF? Let us write once again. What is my LF? Let us write once again. What is my UF? Correct. GLB of the set UPF. Okay. And what is my LF? Correct. LUB of the set LPF. Okay. So since UF is GLB, so that means UF is less than UPF. Yes, even less than equal to. And here LF is least upper bound. That means LPF that is less than LF less than equal to. Is it okay? What next? So let us start with UF minus LF. Consider, see, in calculus if you want to prove something is equal, then start with their subtraction and prove that is less than epsilon. That's it. Correct? So let us start with consider UF minus LF. Okay, when you see that UF that is less than equal to UPF, so that is less than UPF and minus LF. If I multiply minus with this, see I am writing this will be minus LPF and this inequality this will be greater than equal to minus LF. Is it okay? Now if I take minus, then what? That is again less than, so this will become minus LPF. Is it okay everyone? And this part that is less than epsilon, that means we got UF minus LF is less than epsilon for all epsilon positive. So what can you say? For all epsilon positive, what can you say? Obviously UF it must be equal to LF. In calculus we used to do this only. Yes, if I take any epsilon, this is true. That means this is possible only if UF must be equal to LF. Hence proved. Is the proof clear? सिंपल था, इसमें कुछ था नहीं. We started with जो भी given है you. Suppose for epsilon positive there exists a partition P of R such that UPF minus LPF is less than epsilon. Then what UF का ये देखो, हर एक स्टेटमेंट में मैं UF एंड LF को डिफाइन कर रहा हूँ बिकॉज अपने को जो भी हम लोग यूज़ करेंगे सब डिफाइन करना पड़ेगा क्या है. यस,